So hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, while I'm doing my makeup, let's talk about top 5 of Jean or Jean's top 5. This will be a new thing for my vlog that every week, kaya ko kaya ng every week, or basta every so often, I'm going to have my top 5 of something. So for this week, I chose, medyo nakakatawa to because I chose top 5 things that could turn you off in a date or while you're still dating in the 90s versus fast forward to right now 2020. So I think people who dated in the 90s could and early probably 2000s can relate to some of the things that I will be mentioning, and those who are still dating right now can actually also relate to. Okay, so first off, I've already primed my face and my lips with my usual primers. So now I'm going to jump to foundation. I'm using this water weight foundation from MAC in NC15. So I have this new mic over here. So I hope the audio quality would improve. So anyway, my top 5 in the 90s, the one thing that would make me not like to date again the guy that I'm dating is if he has this bad aura. Like, his resting face is a scowl. Like, it's funny because although I've met a lot of guys who have that kind of vibe. I think my brother is like that. His resting face is really a scowl. Kung sa atin, resting bitch face, sa mga lalaki, it's a scowl. And I don't know, I just didn't like that a guy would be having that kind of vibe. Next for top 5, fast forward to 2020, ito yung tinatawag nilang ghosting. Kapag ka kasi nakakabalita ka ng lalaki na gumagawa ng gano'n, ng ghosting, syempre parang nakaka-turn off, 'di ba? Before kasi I really like yung cuteness na si Gerald Anderson. Gwapo naman talaga siya eh, wala akong magagawa doon. Pero what he did to Bea, chismis talaga showbiz. Parang nakaka-turn off siya. So I don't know, if Gerald would probably find someone new, mahihirapan siya kasi syempre 'di ba nabalita 'yon on national TV that even politicians commented about it. So that's top 5 na nakaka-turn off this 2020. It's ghosting. Or top 4 back in the 90s and early 2000 when I dated. Pagpasensyahan niyo na yung mga manok ha, talagang gusto nila akong sabayan. Ayaw nila akong tantanan talaga. So anyway, I'm using my favorite color corrector, Benefit Erase Space. So now, for top 4 on turn off, things that turn you off on a date in back in the 90s and early 2000 is pag walang sense of humor yung ka-date mo. Like, he's just plain boring. Yung tipong you're trying to crack up something and then hindi niya magets, or probably dahil slow siya. Yeah, I think guys who have no sense of humor are actually slow. Ang sama ko ba? Pero yun talaga yun eh. Pag hindi ka ma-pick up or hindi siya makapag-pick up ng thought in a joke, kasi may 1, 2, 3 punch yung joke na yan eh. Eh ako, maloko ako. Pag hindi niya nagigets yon, parang ayoko na, goodbye na. Next, for fast forward to 2020, is, I think ganun din, pag slow, especially sa social media, pag hindi niya kagad nakukuha yung isang post, like he would ask, bakit? What's wrong? Parang, what? Alam mo yon? So anyway, so yun yung top 4 ko for 2020. And then, my third, top 3 on dating in the 90s or 2000 na nakaka-turn off is, it's all about you. Parang for every conversation na lang, it's all about you. I'm sure for guys, it's the same thing. Pagka halimbawang the girl is just so self-absorbed in the conversation, like laging siya na lang palagi. So, it works both ways. In a conversation, there should be parang a commune, a way to commune to each other about his and hers na interests. Hindi lang puro him, it's about him. Syempre, hindi din naman pwedeng it's about her. It should be like a compromise as early as that, diba? Naman nating lahat na at the start of a relationship, kailangan talagang may compromise. So, I'm using this Primula as my cream blush. 3CE Multipot. Alam mo, ang 3CE, dapat bayaran na nila ako kasi puro ito na lang ang gamit ko. At yung manok na yan, gusto ko na talaga siyang itinola. Nakakairita na siya. Setting it with MAC Studio in NC20. Pero lightly lang naman. Yan. So, for my third, fast forward to 2020, is when you check their social media, oh my goodness, it's all about her or it's all about him. So, parang selfie ng selfie, by the hour, every hour, 24/7, 7 days a week, 4 weeks in a month, 12 months in a year. Parang puro siya na lang ang laman. Like, hindi ka na nagsawa sa mukha mo. So, it's the same. The difference is that one is in social media and the difference nung isa naman sa 90s and 2000 is self-absorbed in a conversation. So, yun, nakaka-turn off siya. Next is, I will be contouring my face. So, yung next naman, sa number 2, this is funny and don't judge me. I get turned off kapag either yung lalaki or babae has P and F syndrome tsaka B and V syndrome. There's something about that kind of, it's a peeve Parang naiirita ako kapag may P and F syndrome yung kausap ko. Parang hindi ko alam kung bakit. I know it's too too salbahe, pero on a date, we're talking about naman on a date, no. Parang hindi siya magandang pakinggan. Ang sakit sa tenga, namumula yung ears ko kapag nakakarinig ako. And even in Tagalog hindi na nga English even in Tagalog, may P and F and B and V syndrome. When I was working in a bank, merong client, arte siya. My first job kasi was in a bank. So sabi niya, "Miss, this is my account number. It's 0045." And I was like, "Ma'am, can you repeat it please? It's 0045." So, ginaya ko. Maldita talaga ako, no? Ginaya ko. Tapos, yung office mates ko that time, hindi nila napigilan. Talagang natawa sila. Yung isa napapunta sa ilalim ng teller's cage. Yung isa nagtago sa may basura. Yung isa pumasok ng pantry. So, ganun ako kabaliw. I think up to now, baliw pa rin ako. Pero, it's something that I really can't, hindi ko alam. For the top 2 in social media posts is, kapag ka kasi wrong grammar ka, in English usually naman yan nagiging wrong grammar I doubt kung merong tao na nagro-wrong grammar pa in Tagalog. But, kasi yung mga nagtatry hard mag-English, sometimes, gusto kong sabihin na lang sa kanila, mag-Tagalog ka na lang. Kasi nga, parang hindi magandang pakinggan So, mas forgivable pa ang wrong spelling. Kasi texting ngayon talagang halos lahat ng tao na sa wrong spelling Even myself And nakakatawa, even si Google forgivable siya sa spelling. Kasi there was this one time, I wanted to look for a photo of my old dog, Samuel. He's a black Dachshund na hotdog na aso. So, ginugol ko siya, Dachshund. Wrong spelling. Alam ko nga, I wasn't that 100% aware that it was a wrong spelling that I inputted on Google. It was a wrong spelled word, no? Pero, nagets ni Google. Alam mo yun? Forgiving siya. So, for me, siguro, pag wrong spelling ka, it's forgivable. Pero pag wrong grammar kasi, ando na rin yung syntax and everything, even yung choice of words, how it's used in the context. It's very important. So that's the number 2 for the 2020 dating. So I'm using this spiked from MAC, and I'm just doing these odd strokes. I'm using this smoke palette from Urban Decay. I'm going to do my eyeshadow na. Tapos na ako sa kilay. Talaga, aminin ko, parang it's not naman kasi every day that you get to discuss these things with your peers, and it's just a funny topic that I like to share. Of course, anybody, you yourself, you can have your own top 5 picks, no? But these are my personal picks. So, you can have your own top 5 and it may be different sa akin, and it's totally fine. I hold nothing over your top 5, so the same is true. You should not hold anything against me on my top 5. I'm going to put this parang shimmer here. Para may shine ng konti. Using this Beauty for Real in High Tide here. I like it. I really like this. Parang pwede siyang dupe ng Chanel na Balm Essential. The one that I used for the Korean glass skin. Curl our lashes. I'm going to apply this mascara from Lash Paradise. Using this MAC lip liner in Ruby Woo to line my lips, because pagka red lips talaga kailangan nililine mo yan. Ang hirap pag hindi, talagpas ka. I sometimes overline, pero may times na hindi ko bet. And this is MAC Ruby Woo Mini. Number 1 in the 90s or 2000 is bad hygiene. Like a person who just come to you and say, "What?" And you'd say, "Whoa!" Something like that. Parang, and let's talk about bad hygiene. No? Parang there was a time I had a friend. She was with her boyfriend that time, and I don't know, I think we were cooking something. We were preparing for a party, and then the subject came to the topic about smelly feet. And me, I didn't have any boyfriend that time. So I was like, grabe, when we were in college, kasi all-girls school kami. So we had this uniform, and it's a requirement that all of us ladies should wear at least 1 to 2 inches na high heels. So, even if you're wearing like foot stockings or actually stockings, magpapawis yung paa mo. There will always be sweat, and that makes it smelly. So, natatawa ako kasi when I remembered it back then, talagang bahong-baho ako sa smell, and I didn't like it. So, kaya siguro ngayon sa business ko, talagang I made it a point that my feet are really good. I mean, it came to a point that I had creepy messages from guys, which is okay. Right now naman, wala naman gumagawa ng ganon. But there was one time na talagang creepy, no? But anyway, so, okay lang. So, we were laughing about that smelly feet. Sorry, I digress. So, anyway, and then, parang a few months after, I had a boyfriend. Nagkaroon ako ng boyfriend. And we were just like in 1 or 2 months into dating. And then, we had a double date with that friend of mine na girl. Kasama rin niya yung guy na kausap namin tungkol sa smelly feet. And then this guy had to bring that up. So parang, what the heck? Why do you have to say it? Why? Like, why? I was really, adamant about it. I got really mad to this guy. Only to find out years after that he had sort of a crush on me. So, ganyan sila. If a guy has a crush on you, they will try to embarrass you to no end. But, hindi ko kasi type yung ganyan yung pinapahiya ako. Good thing though that my boyfriend that time, hindi naman siya na-turn off. Kasi, explain ko naman sa kanya, but that was when I was in college. Hindi na ngayon. I swear, hindi na ngayon. Fast forward to 2020, my top 1 na nakaka-turn off, hindi lang sa lalaki, hindi lang sa babae, is bad words. Especially on social media. If you're going to be ranting out on social media, spewing so much negativity, it's a major turn off for me. I mean, I don't like it, especially with my friends when they do that. It kills the positive vibe somehow. So, for example, there's something that happened and it's really bad. Always put in mind kung ano yung sasabihin din ng ibang tao if you're going to share it. Ako naman, well, most of the time naman, especially if it's not negative and I share it, I really don't care whether magustuhan siya ng tao or hindi, for as long as hindi negative yung sasabihin ko. But if you'll be spewing a lot of negativity on social media, that would be a major turn off, not just to your potential suitors but to your friends as well. And if you will be applying sa company, because most companies right now check social media as part of their character reference, no? So you're hurting actually yourself in this process. That's why it's a major turn off for me. So, kung papansinin ninyo, yung difference nung 90s to early 2000s na 2000 na nakaka-turn off is more on the time that we are actually social beings. Like, we talk, we enter and engage in a conversation. Pero ngayon 2020, parang, I don't know, is it a millennial thing that people nowadays, instead of calling, they'd rather text, they'd rather chat, they'd rather, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to digest sometimes because ako, personally, I would rather talk to a person calling that person. And unless I'm really busy and the person I'm calling is really busy, we try to find a time for both parties that we are both available. But right now kasi parang nawala na yung personal touch. Everything is digital. And I kind of miss the 90s and early 2000s because back then parang everything was just really sweet, really good. Even the panliligaw that time, mas feel mo because physically present yung kasama mo. Unlike ngayon, parang nagliligawan lang sa Facebook ha? Tapos nagsasagutan na sa Facebook din. Parang what? So, those things are right now things that I cannot master and digest pa simply because I'm the type of person who believe in social engagements to be more important. So anyway, those are my top 5 picks of what turns you off in a date. Whether you're a girl or a guy, I'm sure you can relate to any of my top 5s for both the past and fast forward to the present. So anyway, if you like this vlog, go ahead and share and probably like it as well. Hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And please press the ring bell button to get notified on my new uploads. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye!